In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust or check the valves on a Honda GX630, but it's also similar or the same on GX690 and I think the 660. It's a V-twin, and this happens to be on a MQ Power GA9.7 generator, 9,700 watts. Really nice generator. I run my house with this one, including the air conditioner. Anyways, so the first thing we need to do is disable the generator so the engine won't start. There's 4 Phillips head screws. Take the cover off, which exposes the fan. And what we're looking for right here, it's a T for top dead center. And this right here is a timing mark for one cylinder. This one over here is a timing mark for the other cylinder. We need to go ahead and take the spark plugs out so we can turn the engine over easy, which I've already pulled the spark plug out of both cylinders. 2 10mm bolts here take the valve cover off, and it easily comes off. There's just a rubber seal there that's reusable. Just make sure there's no cuts or tears in it, or it didn't shrink or expand. So it takes a 30mm socket to fit this nut here, and what we do is we rotate the engine, which I've already got it stopped here on this mark. And so it has to be on the compression stroke. If you're on the exhaust stroke, it won't work. And how you can tell is you come over here, and this is the rocker arm, and you wiggle it and you see if there's slack. That one's got slack, that one's got slack, so we should be on the compression stroke. So what we need to do is get my feeler gauge here, and what we're doing is the intake, according to the Honda service manual, the intake should be 0.08 millimeters plus or minus 0.02 millimeters. So technically, to be in the correct range, it could be, the clearance should be 0.06 to 0.1 millimeters. And this particular one, I use it for motorcycles, so I have it bent to give you a good clearance. But what you're looking for, this is the intake, and clearance between right here fits in nice. The exhaust is going to be 0.1 millimeters plus or minus 0.02 millimeters clearance. I'll need to put the phone down to properly check it, but that's what you do. Now, if it's not the right clearance, what you got to do is this nut here, you loosen this nut, and on top here, make a special tool to fit on there because it's a square head. You can also use a very small adjustable wrench or pliers, but you have to be careful not to damage it. So you loosen that nut, and then you can turn that screw to adjust the clearance tighter or looser, depending on what you need to do. So that's number 1 cylinder. Number 2 cylinder is here. So what we have to do is rotate the engine clockwise, and we're going to rotate to where the T lines up with the other mark on the shroud. Right there. Lines up with that mark, and there's the T. Now we come over to here. We should have clearance on both of them. Okay, so we do the same thing. We measure it 0.08 millimeters, 0.1 millimeters. You can give or take 0.02 millimeters. So there's a little range it could be in. And checking the valves is as simple as that. Thanks for watching. So I've actually found that these valves are a little too loose, too much clearance. So it took me a while. It's the first time I've actually used a 9mm wrench in my life. And I'm almost 50. So anyways, you use a 9mm wrench on the nut. You want to break it loose. Stick your gauge in there, and then I'm going to use pliers carefully and tighten this down. Right there. And I'm going to hold it with the pliers and tighten the nut. And we're going to recheck it. This is 0.008 millimeters, which has a little bit of clearance. So it really, I think this is 0.1 millimeters. These two combined is 0.13, and I have to fight to get it in. So we're within spec. So that's how you adjust the valve.